Hi, everyone. Welcome back to GrandpaMark's Hobbies and build update number 1 for my GrandpaMark's Hobbies Facebook group page 2026 January group build. And there is a mouthful. The January group build is purple. So I thought, how much fun would it be to do this in purple and then load it up? Not sure if I'm going to use the rainbow decals or if I'm going to paint my own. I've always wanted to do a multi-striped paint job, but I'm going to do my first update right now just to show you where I am right now in the build. The crew is off right now. They're working on something special. They should be back next week. But let me move the box out of the way. I did not do an unboxing on this because I got too excited and jumped right into it. um, really good detail in this kit. I'll pull you down here. The interior, I'm doing in brown leather, rubber floor mats, two-tone gray, and then the carpet in the back here is going to be that like an orangish color carpet. Well, that color carpet. Underside, nothing. It's all going to be hidden. But if you look real close, there's these nice grooves right here, and this opens up in the back. And I even painted this, the gray. That'll come right off. That's just scratched or scraped. And a hole right here. And my plans is to light this thing. But the only way I can light it is to turn it into a curbside. But I think I'm okay with that. I've been going back and forth a million times with this, but in order to get to where I can get a battery in here and hidden and everything and be able to get it out to change it, I'll have to put it in the engine bay. And now I've just put that together. It probably will never come apart. I'll have to put it in the engine bay. But what that'll be cool because the hatch will close down and cover that up, and it's one of those I'll just not put anything in here. The wires will come up, they'll go to my tail lights, they'll go to my headlights and turn signals, and actually turned into, when I finally made the decision of not putting the engine in, it turned into a pretty stinking easy lighting job. But if I would have tried to leave the engine in there, I was thinking, well, the engine, and I knew that was going to stick. There we go. The engine fits down into this area. And I thought, well, if there's enough room behind the firewall, I could tuck a battery back in there and turn this into some kind of a magnet thing that would pull out. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought, why? Because everything else that's going to be going on with this, nobody's going to really care about the engine in this one. I got some big plans for this kit where the engine will be the last thing. That I know I love to super detail my engines and put everything I can and stuff it all in there. But this time I'm happy with not putting it in, and it took me a while to get to that point. But right now, since I have the chassis, let's talk about what I did. I painted this flat black, and I tried something today the other day because I just wanted to try flat black, and I sprayed with my folk art black. First time I ever airbrushed with that. I used the 0.3 millimeter Mobius and thinned it down and kept messing with it until I got it to spray nice. And it worked out pretty good. I like the shading in there. I'm still going to dry brush it, but I like how it's shaded out. And then as you can see, there's shiny places. That's just quick shine. I quick shine this area, the ribs up front, and this little cross member thing. And then the heater, I think this is the heater duct to come off of both sides of the heads. I did in rubber black, which is subtle, but it's there. The wires here, I did in rubber black and brought them up here. I'm pretty sure this is throttle linkage because it goes into the little black here. I ran that back with just, the flat aluminum XF16. The rubber black, I'm sorry. I haven't shown that in a while. XF85. This is about the best rubber color I've ever seen. And it's almost gone too. Then I just did a little playing around with it and called it good. So there's that. You saw the interior. This is textured really nice. So I painted that by hand with the folk art black. Let it dry overnight. Well, first thing I did is I sprayed this gray and this gray with the Kaleidos. Um, that's white, isn't it? Yeah. Nope. That's not the color. This is the color. K120. Um, Armor Gray. And this is the reason why I wanted to get the Mecha colors, is because there's certain colors in there that just work right with the car colors. And tell me that wouldn't make a good color for a car on its own. I mean, you slap a little silver in there, the metallic silver, and make that a metallic. That'd look really good. This is straight out of the bottle. Um, the Folk Art Cinnamon. And the reason why I did it straight out of the bottle, and a good segue into the next part, is because I wanted to see what it looked like just on the plastic over what it looked like over top of the Kaleido 018, which is just brown off of their base color set. And what I did is I made some leather seats. And I'm telling you, this is the happiest I've been doing leather yet. And what I did is I sprayed this with a good coat, and look, that's the yellow. I have to go back. I forgot to spray that back one, and then I just hit it with the Kaleido or with the cinnamon, and that's what the cinnamon looks like. So I might leave it on there just so I can say, yeah, this is the cinnamon. This is what's over top of the brown. Um, it's good. It'll be kind of hidden anyhow. But what I did is I painted this all solid brown, and I let that dry overnight, no longer than that. It was just, I painted it when I got home from work the one night, and then the next night I came in with the Folk Art Cinnamon, and I diluted it just a little bit so wasn't watery. It wasn't like a wash. It was just a smooth paint. You know how this stuff gets almost like toothpaste. Well, I brought it down to where it was almost like a Tamiya's, what would come out of a Tamiya bottle that was mixed really well. And then I just dry brushed it on here. I dry brushed, like I do underneath the chassis. I just dry brushed it down without, nothing was glued together. These were all separate. So I just followed the direction of travel with everything. Did a nice dry brush on it and let it sit overnight. And it looked, here's a picture of it, before I put the clear on it. And I thought it looked okay. It was just way too dull for leather. So I came back with a light coat, and you're seeing it a lot shinier than it really looks. But I just came with a real light coat of my Quick Shine that I put in a pill bottle and just let that dry. And I was going to do a wash and everything, but to be honest with you, I'm not touching it. I like the way it fades in from the light to the dark and the browns, and honestly, it looks so much better than it does on that camera. I'm telling you, you'll have to come to a show that I'm at and check this thing out when you get there. But that's basically why I brought you here today. See, I didn't do the back of this one. This isn't even glued together. Again, because I wanted to show what it looked like. That's just a super light, lighter than what I did on this with the cinnamon. Because I hit it, and across the top here too, you can see I got the two tones. And that's what I was trying to do, was get it to where it was shaded differently. But I mainly brought you for that. But I wanted to talk about what we're doing with the car itself. The interior, I went with The Kaleido, that's that Kaleido gray I was talking about. The K120, and this is the Armory gray. And I painted from here down with the Armory gray, from the chrome line down. And you can kind of see that chrome line. I let that sit overnight. I taped that off, came up, and I painted the white over the top. And to be honest with you, I didn't really need to. It gave it a little bit more gloss, but I didn't really need to do that. I think if I would have sprayed it with clear, it would have looked just as good. That is the Kaleido's 001 white. Really super. Easy. It went on nice. There was no primer or nothing. And to be honest with you, when I painted this gray, I didn't even mask this. I only masked it when I was painting the white. So I did that, and then I came back with my Fusion Firm and did the ashray and the little silver trim on everything on the interior, which came out pretty good. I don't know why they stopped with the lines here, but I didn't carry that gray through there. I just left it go. The body's going to come right to here anyhow, and then this is where this piece comes up. So I just left that go. The gray, the light gray, and then the darker gray is just brushed on folk art. What do they call that? Medium gray, 425 medium gray. And I've had this a long time. It's still good. It's a little thicker. It is like toothpaste now. It is a little thicker. The doors, I did the same thing to the line, the window line. Everything went to the window line on the doors. For the gray, but I didn't bring the gray all the way up on the body line up to here. And the reason why I didn't is because on the door, you see all the buttons in here. That's like a separate panel that drops in there. So I just cut the line right there on that. And then I didn't go all the way across on the top with it. I just left it go, give it a little bit of being bright in the back seats. So this side, I did nothing to it. The top, I did prime it and paint it white because these lines in here showed through like crazy on this side. And I'll tell you what, well, if I had a flashlight, you'd be able to see those big time. But with the primer, one coat of primer, one coat of the white, and it laid down there nice. It gave it a good shine, but not a real deep shine, and I'm going to leave it like that. I don't want this thing to be brand new car. You know what I mean? I'm going to have it a little bit dulled out, but not. I'm not going to toast it. I was going to just rust this thing out and go crazy, but with all the painting that I have to do, I don't want to mess it up. But here's the purple, and you're seeing it as blue. And I do not know why. Even if I go like this, it's shown as blue. But this is Kaleido's 008 purple. And it's just, that's the name of it, purple. And it's purple. I'm telling you, that is me looking at it without the camera, because the camera's doing some kind of a weird color shift. That is Barney purple to a T right there. And looking at this, that decal will go here, come up, and then wrap around the window up here. And I'm thinking if I came here, I could kind of come up and then this way over the top and then bring it back down on the other side. Which means I'd have a lot of masking off to do a lot of taping this thing together just so everything was attached so that I can. But again, this kit fits together so nice. But what I was thinking about doing was having it come up and over and across the top somehow, in a little wave, and then just doing the rainbow that way, and then ending up to where it's going this way over the back. So it'd come up like, kind of like, maybe a swing in and then out that way, and then a swing in and then an out that way, with the colors in the middle all coming down this way. Or I'll use the decals, one of the two. The flower decals, I'll probably use most of them. I'm not too keen on the sunflowers for the headlights yet, but I did mask off the VW in there, and when the chrome piece goes in that, I think that's going to look pretty cool. And boy, that does just look like blue. The camera's really washing that out, but it's not, it's purple. But I will have headlights, turn signals, and then in the back, I will have the brake lights right here. So it's going to be lit up really well. While we're going, I kept going with this white and purple theme. I got the gloss white bumper on here on the front and back, and I use the one where it comes up with the bumper guard. I like the look of it, and I'll paint these black on the inside here, and then I'll have an Ohio plate on there that'll say Hippie 1 or something like that, Flower 1. But those came out, the bumpers came out really good. I like the bumpers on this. One coat of primer, which is Kaleido's flat white primer, and then one coat of the gloss clear. That's all it is. Hard to see the detail in this, but it's huge. I'm trying to get it to where, there we go. Lots and lots of detail in this thing. So it's going to look really good. I did the steering wheel. The steering wheel's in like silver. So I did it primer and white, and then the white over top of that. I'll do the black center on the steering wheel. I think there might be a decal for it though, but I'm not sure. And then the stick shifts also, I did white, be like my Volkswagen, and I'll do the top of that gloss black, rubber black for the boot, and then that little silver ring that is on all those boots to hold them in place. So the rims, they show blue on the box, but I wanted white. I'm going to do the white with the chrome centers. I like that look a lot, but you can see this came in 3 different colors. You would have to paint. It's not like you could just get this thing and snap it together. I think the what's it called? Because I do have one. The T2 Camper. You can almost get away with not painting it, but this one you're going to need to do some painting on it. But it all fits together very well so far. And that, I mean, this is going to be a quick one. I just wanted to let you know I am doing this group build with everybody, and I will go through the ending here. We will thank Gallery for everything they've done, and they've done a ton for me. Use GrandpaMark in the coupon code, gets you 10% off of whatever you get there. Let's thank our active duty members, our veterans, and our first responders for putting it out there every single day so we can do what we're doing. And with that, I will let you go. You all have a great day and a better tomorrow, and thank you very much for watching.